Love and light, my beautiful friends and family. So, welcome to or welcome back to Mystic Healing and Tarot by Nina. I'm Nina, and I'm here with a Soulful Sunday message, a timeless mystical message. And I felt like the message that I got is already so appropriate for a Sunday, so let's do it. Let's have church. Anyway, take this time now to like this video. Share it with a friend. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, to the family, subscribe to the vibe. All right, I'm going to get right into this Sunday message. So, first card that I pulled out after asking Source, what is the energy that we need to embrace this week? Okay, card that I got out the deck was number 11, Belief. This card says belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. So I always like to be specific, whatever. Belief in the dictionary is an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. Trust, faith, or confidence in something or someone. So this is the energy that we need to be embracing this week. Our belief. What do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Do you believe in yourself? What existence do you believe in as far as, your higher source? Because your belief matters. It's the true connection. Moving past the superficial and just having all the right things to say, but actually being in a connection with Source. So, definitely, I pulled some shadow aspects of this because, I don't know, I just feel like it was necessary, all right? That's it. But the cards that I got out of this was distorted perceptions. Reality is rarely what we are raised to believe it is. So that really goes along with that belief because a lot of us we're just raised to believe something. We're told to believe it. But you really have to take a step back to discover what you believe and what is your belief system, and what is your perception of God, what is your perception of Source, Allah, whatever you prefer to call it. And when I read this, reality is rarely what we are raised to believe, because we're raised to believe like, oh, you do the right things and you say the right things and just things are supposed to work out and happen for you, but that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? Doing what society thinks is the right things and what Source might think is the right thing is different. And it all is based off that connection, that personal relationship, past any type of, practice, religion, any of those things. It's that connection with Source. So we have distorted perception. Some of our belief system maybe where it maybe need to be reflected on, because it's like our perception of how things work, our perception of God is distorted. And the only way that you can figure it out and get it right is until you build your own relationship and you see how your relationship and how things work between you and God, okay? Also here I have number 8, Weeping Wound. It says you are not your wounds. So with this is saying like there's some hurt possibly behind this distorted perception. Maybe there were times when you asked God for something or you trusted in God in something and things didn't work out, and now you think that you are on the block list or something like that. But that's the distorted perception. And the weeping wound is what keeps you from really surrendering your free will, because we have free will and then we have the choice to have that belief and that faith and that confidence in the unknown, in something or something, someone or something. And when you don't have that, I think that there is a wound that's built there, and it can bleed onto things and situations in your life if it's not dealt with. And the thing with it that follows is number 23, broken dreams. Only you can accept or reject your dreams. So certain dreams maybe you felt were not accepted, but for some of you guys, if that's the case, it's like that wasn't in your path. But some of you guys didn't even get to that place because you have broken dreams behind that personal relationship, that confidence, because you feel let down spiritually. in some ways, and there's a weeping wound there, but you are not your wounds, meaning like situations happen. That's the duality of life. You know what I mean? Um, and with both of those things, with the good and the bad, you are whole. Okay? So, number 13 here, finally, I have false beliefs. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways that we can release the false limitations that they confine us to. So once you truly start evaluating and this owls always represent wisdom, so it's like you've been on a journey, like what has God shown you? Yeah, sure, there's been times when you wanted things or whatever, but there is a bigger system of things, of like, things are supposed to go in a certain order, and it's not always for us to understand, especially when we lose someone. That can definitely taint some people's faith, where you question God, like, why would you do that, or why would that happen? But on the other spectrum of things, you've maybe been really down and out at times and not known, what was going to happen next or whatever, and a miracle came and things just ended up working out. So with the wisdom, every time when it has come to you having that connection with God, when you stayed down and you always came up, okay? That's just what it is. So don't let those what feel like broken dreams, those false beliefs, distort your true perception of God and your belief system, because the belief isn't just something that we say, it's a confidence in something, someone, or something. Are you confident in yourself, in your God? Okay, those things matter. Let's pull some lesson cards, and then I'm gonna pull some moon cards. Okay, growth. So the lessons with this cycle that we're in is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, okay? That means that if you're expanding your consciousness and awareness, there's going to be growing pains for growth. There's going to be discomfort. There's going to be things hidden in plain sight, but you really have to, this is something that I'm getting out. I guess I'll throw it in here. For some of us, like, the third eye, your pineal gland, it is open and it's opening, but it's almost like, that radio frequency when you're trying to tune it. Like you can kind of see it. It might be fuzzy, blurry. If you're trying to work through that, Spirit said you could do 30 taps on your pineal gland, okay, intentionally, and that will help you with your vision, your spiritual vision. So I hope that helps whoever it helps. Okay, lessons. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So there's a lesson here with empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So this goes into that perception. You need to understand that if you're standing here and I'm standing here, that there's possibly things that I could see because I'm closer, and maybe because you're higher, there's certain things that you could see further out. Okay, it's based off of the point of view. All right, and so there has to be an acceptance and an understanding from neither one of us are wrong. It's just the point of views. Okay, but with that is love. So love card, love, a lesson in love. That's love. Empathy definitely goes into love, because it's not always agreeing with your loved ones or whatever, but it's being able to be open to seeing their side. But for sidebar. I guess it's like with support. This empathy has to do with maybe support in a situation, empathy with people who are growing, because maybe you're growing too. I don't know. We definitely need kindness. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, okay? So being able to see what is God. They said God is love, okay? Being able to see the God in situations. I always am like, I spend a lot of my days like, God, dang, God is really dope. Like just the way that things like unwind, and how he's so intentional, and how he'll place certain people, in situations so that I don't know. I think it's dope. But the belief, the lesson, the biggest part of the energy of belief is what? The lesson in accepting it. It has to be accepted. That's a free will. You have a choice. You can accept and surrender your free will to do things gracefully or the God's way, or you can have an acceptance of this is possibly, moving forward, this is what you can accept things to be, possibly. Okay. I'm learning to accept things that I cannot change. I was just telling somebody about the serenity prayer. It's been coming to me. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Okay. Because also here there's a lesson in judgment. That this lesson in judgment also ties into this judging. Well, if I don't understand why God would do this, or why blah blah blah, or thinking it's almost like it's a God complex, like you know better. You don't know the whole spectrum of things, okay, and how things work on a higher level. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Your path is, regardless of whether or not we want to admit, it's a path that we chose, before we signed a contract before we come here. Be mindful that there's a need for us to have empathy with people because we are going to have our judgment day. There's a need for us to have an acceptance that people could judge us, okay? And that's based off their point of view, okay? So I hope that this makes sense and it all comes together. But I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. There's empathy in that. That's also the growth, okay? Wow, I love how that all tied in. So let's see the moon cards that we get. What we can expect with this cycle. Oh, okay. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. So there is going to be some tension, you know what I mean? Feeling a certain type of way. Why? I have all the credentials. Why are things not working out? Because favor's not fair. Because possibly, you only be staying around with God, source, whatever, until you get your way, and then you kind of stray away. Maybe that's why. Or maybe because it just wasn't meant to be for you because there's something that is yours, which is better. Also, last quarter moon in Aquarius. Are we stepping into the last quarter of Aquarius? I think so. Reflect on your priorities. So this is a time for you to prioritize things, your faith over your fears. They say that, like, belief doesn't exist in the energy of fear, like God didn't give us the energy of fear. You know what I mean? So that's probably really who the devil is. Fear. Or demons. I don't know. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. So this is going to help people with these distorted perceptions and these broken dreams, because sometimes we talk ourselves out of our dreams where we say, your word is your wand. So if you say that you can't, then you can't. If you say that you can, then you can. If you say things never work out for you, or, my life sucks, then it absolutely will. So stop talking so much and start really tapping into your true feelings behind the things maybe that you said, but also the feelings around your environment, like feeling out where you need to go. This is a time for you to maybe just don't be in your head, but be in your heart. You know what I mean? And be in a spiritual place, because there's illusions, and the talking brings out those illusions. The feeling brings that feeling is from source. It's that feeling of that connection, and it brings out the confidence. It brings out the love. It brings out the empathy. It brings out the growth, the acceptance, the light. Okay. Let's see. New moon in Cancer. Relax. Didn't we just have a new moon in Cancer? Or was the last full moon in Cancer? Anyway, this is a time to relax, to nurture, to love, to let things unfold as they should in the proper order. This is for you to really not do anything but flow, okay? New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. Your cup is always half full. Things always work out in your favor. Even when you every setback is for a better comeback or setup, whatever. Finally, here is full moon in Pisces, forgive. So there's a need for us to forgive ourselves, to forgive other people who maybe talked us out of our dreams, who maybe stunted our growth in certain situations, or were the reason behind our stunted growth. But mainly forgiving ourselves for, like, not having the true belief. Maybe we had everything that, like, all the ingredients to make it look like it, but it didn't taste like it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's see the themes. Big theme is going to be your intuition. Didn't I just say third eye, your intuition, your crown chakra? There's going to be lots of synchronicities, lots of intuitive things that are going to come to you because you're being tested. Like, are you going to take the bait, or are you going to send it to junk mail again? Your intuition is going to give you maybe certain things that you need to look into, do, feel, whatever, because these things are going to be golden for you later on. It's going to be helpful to you. And even if it doesn't make sense, it's not supposed to. That's where the belief comes in. It's a test to see, like, do you really believe? It's in those times when it doesn't make sense that it's tested. Also here, what's necessary is patience, okay? There's patience. Some of you have been praying to somebody on the other side, and you haven't been seeing anything. I do feel like you will start to see and feel things, but there's a need for patience because they're working in your favor. And also, some of you guys, whenever I see this card, it's like you're trying to see, you want to know, you just got to figure it out. But you see how her eyes are covered? It's because whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever it is that you're trying to move past, you're not ready to see yet. All the times we think that we're prepared or ready for something, and we're not. And you need to trust in, the divine order, divine timing. Have patience with the situation. Have patience with, the help. It's coming. Also, that innocence. There's that with that patience of, like, not knowing the unknown. I think for some of you, it's like that element of surprise. Be patient, but also patience is your attitude while you wait, and also it's your awareness. Wasn't that one of the things? Your awareness. I don't remember what card. I ain't going back through it. But being aware, being present in that moment to get everything that the moment, the experience has. Also, themes is freedom. Some of you guys are going to be getting opportunities to go places, move, new working opportunities, entrepreneurial opportunities, or like contract work to where you're working more independent. There's independence that comes. Also, for some of you guys that do have the past loved one, and I don't know if it's like you have been looking for signs and like you haven't gotten anything where that felt like whatever, like super, super real. Be patient with the process, but also know that you're going to get a sign that they're like set free, that they're at peace, and it will come through a bird. Even if you hear the bird. But those are the signs of freedoms. That's just for someone specific, but just know that freedom lies ahead. The opportunities are going to be endless. Also, kindred spirits. So there is, with some of you guys, this has to do with like a transition. Somebody who was a kindred spirit. I don't know if this goes into this loved one, where it was like, I don't know, maybe not someone blood related. I don't know. But anyway, this kindred spirit is also aligning with a soul tribe, aligning with your person. For some people, this could be your soulmate. For some people, this could be like possibly maybe a twin flame. But I do feel like it's your person. And aligning with that, there's a transformation maybe in a relationship that's already like that. And that's why there's a need for the stopping of judgments, the acceptance of maybe who they are, a need for empathy and love, a need for you to know that you should be looking for situations of growth, and you should be grateful for the people who force you to grow, who challenge you, for better, okay? I'm going to do 3 animal spirits, and then I'm going to go. Oh, maybe I'm going to do 4, because that's what came out. Dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. What did we say? The belief, okay? The truth will never be a lie, and a lie will never be the truth. Some of you guys, this is also number 22. So you'll have angel numbers of 22. You might see dragonflies or see somebody with a dragonfly symbol. But that is a spiritual Synchronicity? I don't know. Number 64, the Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. I love this card. I wish I knew where the book was. Yeah. I really love what the book says about this. Yeah. Okay. Oh. All right. Guess I got a free will yet. I really wish I could find the book. But anyway, this card is really dope when you're going through it because it tells you that your pain has purpose. There is a purpose for your pain. Whether that purpose was to make you stronger, to make you wiser, to make you more empathetic, whatever. There's a purpose for your pain. There's a purpose for wasps. Everything serves a purpose is the point. Okay? So keep that in mind. Also, the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Didn't it say broken dreams in the beginning? Dream the world into being. Okay? You can be whatever you want to be. Okay? And also, every time I see lizards, I feel like I've said this. It's number 38 a million times. But the lizard will let its tail be cut off in order to save itself. Okay? And it can grow it back on its own, okay? So it's telling you to dream big, manifest big. You are a creator. You are all that you need. You are something that is you regenerate, okay? Also, finally, hummingbird spirit, be here now. What the hell did I say? Patience, being present, being aware of in moments how you choose to move with integrity based off of your beliefs. What do you believe? How you believe in yourself, right? Yeah. So I hope that this helps. This is going to be a Leo full moon, so I do feel like this shadow work was necessary because maybe we need to go back to basics. Maybe we need to go back to the drawing board on the source spectrum, on our root, on our grounding, and move with the awareness of these lessons and these themes of patience and because I feel like it's going to be big things popping, big boss energy. It's that that force of power that you're going to have behind you because it is, you know, as long as God's with you, how dare anybody be against you? As long as you're with God, how dare anybody be against you? That's that energy. Like they're either with you or they're gonna be out your way. Okay? But either way, I really hope that this message helped. I hope that you have the best week ever. Please let me know down below how it resonates. Follow, like, share, subscribe. Love you so much. I'm so grateful for your time, your attention, and your interactions because may every interaction that you have with me, every soul that you see towards me come back to you tenfold. Love and light.